Here's our U-shaped garden, which has been a sunflower house. It's had kale growing in it, and now we're planting. Well, we're adding to the volunteer sunflowers, which is great, and we're going to plant some volunteer tomatoes that we found, and a few that others have brought. So, thank you, Shelley, for working on this, and I'm going to carry on. So
if someone could work on this, weeding this out.
Yeah, this will need to be weeded all summer just to keep the edges off because the grass is going to hop into this one pretty quickly.
It has to be weed whacked as well along the edges because the lawnmower doesn't
Okay.
get in there. Then we have our wonderful blueberry patch that has some remnants of last year's potatoes along the borders. So we will be very gingerly harvesting a few potatoes. We also have some volunteer sunflowers in here, which might be small enough to transplant over to our U-shaped area. But there are weeds in here as well.
Most of these are weeds, right?
Yes, or escaped natives from over there. Yeah.
So the blueberry patch can be weeded of almost everything. There is some celery, but it's pretty old along the back edge, right?
Yeah, it needs to be harvested, and there is good celery within there. So if you take a knife and harvest it at the very base, you can leave the roots in and a new plant will grow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. My kids were eating celery as we were reading under this tree yesterday.
Okay. So there's a kale in there. Any kale that's around the garden can be harvested, but especially the lower leaves working your way up to the top. And enjoy it if you like kale. So then we come over here to the bed areas.
This is one of the hardest ones, right?
Yeah, this is actually got a beautiful lupin at the end. We were going to turn this into edible flowers. It had been native plants, so it has in it some yarrow that can be transplanted to the native plant garden at some point. And these are native flowers that have just reseeded themselves like crazy. I think we can basically just at some point transplant the yarrow to the native plant area and clean this out, and then the children will grow an edible flower garden here.
Okay, great.
And this is a pollinator garden, the bee's friend, and we used to have a few other plants in here.
Tell why it's called Bee's Friend. They already love it.
Reseeded, and the bees do love it.
Okay.
In between here we have some oak trees in pots that the children grew from seed. And so we need to kind of clean this out and make sure the oak trees survive. There's a couple volunteer lupins that are coming up in some of these.
What are
pots.
all of these?
These are part of the native orange flowered plant that was in this bed.
Okay.
So they have
obviously
spread.
Pretty spreading.
Yeah, I think they can be considered a weed at this point if they're growing where we don't want them.
Okay. And this is the oak.
Yes.
The oaks seem to look a little bit different. Are there a few different kinds?
Well, they should be all white oak. If they're looking different, they might have been something else that got planted in there by a squirrel or a bird.
Okay.
But the oaks are pretty distinctive. There's an oak right next to it here. This isn't the mother tree for these seeds, but that is a white oak. And opposite here we have a patch of wheat. Hopefully pretty soon we'll be seeing some seed heads, and the children will be able to enjoy harvesting some wheat and grinding it into flour.
Cool. Just in case you can't hear because of the wind, this is the wheat one, and there are some radishes underneath, right?
Yes, there's various radishes, and I think
you can see the radishes here.
Yes, please harvest any radishes.
And if you're weeding this one, there are a couple vetch in here, but a lot of this is supposed to be in here. This one's doing pretty well, so this might not need too much weeding, but harvesting.
Just harvesting all the radishes.
Okay.
And we do have some wheat starting to put up some seed heads.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see what they look like. This is an heirloom Sonora beardless wheat that doesn't have the whiskery parts to it. It's a little safer for the children to handle, and it's also a very special variety. And then we have kale in here, but in amongst all this, we've got some serious weeding to do. And so pulling out the vetch. And we've got some clover. It's very pretty.
Clover can go.
But
So we only want the kale and the wheat in here.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. There might be a,
So somebody could just go after this one. There's a lot of weeding in here.
yeah, that one needs a lot of weeding, and it might be hard to do a thorough job because it might end up disturbing the plants too much. We have to do the best we can.
Okay.
And then we have our newly installed herb garden. Looks like our rosemary didn't handle the transplant. So
We'll have to find it. We're in search of another rosemary if anybody has an extra one. So this is mostly watering right now, a little bit of weeding.
We're gonna try to do a little sheet mulching on the 2 pathways and do some weeding. There's lots of volunteer grass in between the herb plants that needs to be pulled out, dug out. But each herb is identified and clearly spaced, so it's easy to tell what's the herb and what's the weed.
Great.
And then over here we have some more potato patch all around the border, and we're going to plant a companion plant for potatoes. I'm not so sure yet what that's going to be
In the middle. Cool.
Yeah. So that will also need watering. And here we have some volunteer fava beans, which are doing their beautiful flowering and will produce some large pods. And
They're already starting.
Yeah, they're already starting. Yeah.
This one looks pretty good as far as weeding.
Yeah.
Under control.
Yeah, it looks like
There's a couple. Is this cauliflower or cabbage?
that's an old cauliflower.
Okay.
Yeah, this bed had a lot of cauliflower in it.
Looks like it's still gonna.
I don't know. It might.
It looks okay.
Yeah. So
Look at there's potatoes in here too.
This bed had some potatoes in it as well. So there's some volunteers in here. We'll probably we'll need to rework this and decide what we're actually growing. There's that is a cauliflower.
Oh yeah, there's an old cauliflower.
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
All right.
And we had a lot of beautiful broccoli in here. The kids actually planted this lettuce and these peas shortly before the school was closed. So that was really good. They got to.
Yikes! This is
plant
in
it.
here
That's the
too.
rose coming in from nearby. We've had lots of problems with that.
Yeah, this
rose.
beautiful. Is this Nootka rose?
This is the native rose. I don't know what kind it is. It's the common variety that was planted years ago when they planted out the swale.
It's pretty, but it's pokey and it spreads.
It's invasive because it grows roots down under and up
through
into our beds, and so we've been trying to dig these out.
Yeah, so if you're seeing this rose in this beautiful lettuce and pea bed, you can pull this guy out, but obviously use
Try
a
to
shovel,
dig it
wear
out,
some
yeah.
gloves.
And also, there are some peas starting to develop. I've seen a pod right here. I'm going to just leave this as eat because it looks too good to resist.
And it's ready to go. All right, we got
There
2
are
more
some
here.
And this is onions. And we could be growing some lettuce in amongst the onions. We might do that.
Okay.
And then we have a large amount of beautiful garlic here.
Sure, it does look great.
Will get harvest midway through the summer.
Okay, so this one doesn't have too many weeds, but if you see anything besides garlic, you can pull it out of here. And then if you're looking in this bed, the second bed over, don't weed anything because we're thinking of probably seeding lettuces.
Yeah, we're gonna seed.
We're gonna seed some lettuces, so there'll be some lettuce starts in that one.
We have a little chives here.
All right, thank you.